Good morning. Another beautiful morning today. Last night I went and found a bead breaker. That should get the job done. And I found some valve stems. So this morning I'm gonna see if I can get that valve stem changed. First I gotta move the quick till out of the way, and then I'm gonna pull the tractor inside. So my plan is, now the valve stem's on the top, I need it on the bottom, is to just drive over these blocks, get my inner tire up, and then hopefully the valve stem's on the bottom and I can just break the bead, pry in there, and change it. I hope. But it looks like I can pull ahead probably another foot or so. Oh, I hope this goes easy. I'm always fixing tires. I wish I had the tools to actually do it. This big tool right here. Can I carry this with one hand? I can't let you guys down. This thing is not light. Okay, now, I'm not entirely sure how to run this thing. The only way to know how to do it is to just do it. Well, we got it broke, but I also broke the bead breaker. Blew the hydraulic hose on it, and luckily I decided to put on my flannel because it blasted and hit my flannel. But at least before it broke, I got it. Wonder if I went like this. Think you can work on it? Yeah. Flat tire, valve stem, fixed. That wasn't so bad, but it could have gone easier. Okay, let's drive her off the blocks and go hook the blade back up. Well, I'm heading back out with the blade on the 7R. Got it all fixed up. They are finishing the last rock pile bearing right now, so I'm going to finish dragging them out, and then I'll come home and grab the quick till, and we might spread fertilizer this afternoon or maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
Hey everybody. I've currently got our Wishick disc hooked up behind me, and I am now driving around and tilling up all of the trails that we made, all of the mounds from where we buried the rock piles. When we hauled all the dirt over to the approaches that we made, these trails were made, and hauling the rock piles over to the holes made trails, which packed the ground so tight that nothing will really grow there. Now I got our Wishick disc, which is a really heavy disc, going around hitting all these places, trying to loosen them up some, so that way hopefully something grows in these areas. Well, I finished tilling up all the trails and rock piles. Now I'm starting on some new braking, basically, in this corner here. It was never far, and we're gonna change that. So I'm taking the disc through, breaking all the sod up. It's probably gonna take a couple tries. Sounds like there's a couple rocks in there. Okay, got the other field all disced up, all the rock piles. I went and got disced up, and a little bit of prayer that was out there. Got all that disced up. Now I'm to a different section of land that we were fortunate enough to pick up, and I'm disking up some CRP ground. I've been here for like 2 hours, and I've got that much done, and I still have till over to that fence line to go. It's kind of really slow going, but we're slowly picking our way through, and I'll get to the end eventually.
Well, there's 3/4 here that we buried 25 rock piles, I think I counted. Cameron has to keep heavy disking with the Wishick disc. He's ripping some sod up, and he's also gonna cover all the places that we buried the rocks. That clay is kind of really compact with that heavy payloader. He's gonna work that up. I'll run the quick till across it to make a nice seed bed, and then we'll take the mini here and pick up the last few rocks once that thing gets fixed. Still has that leaking O-ring from yesterday, and a giant rock in the bucket that I don't know what we're gonna do now with, because the rock pile he was hauling it to is now buried. I am now going to go grab the parts for the mini payloader that broke yesterday. Fitting was loose and the seal in there blew, so we got a new seal, some oil, screw it back on, tighten it up, should be good to go. But we were down with that for a day because apparently nowhere had this special seal that this takes. So I wanted to go quick till, but yesterday my air conditioning was not working in that tractor. Had a guy come out to fill it with Freon. Turns out there's bigger issues and he has it tore apart. There's my seal. This little guy right here, $74. How does that cost $74? Pickup saying 77 degrees. I feel like we should be planting, but there's still so much snow everywhere. We don't want to have to go around it, so I'm gonna wait a day or two yet, and then we'll maybe go on next week or something, maybe. I don't know. I just work here. Let's see if we can get this little fella going. If you guys haven't seen the last video, it's down in here, this little solenoid, and we blew that little seal, and that little special seal, 75 bucks. Well, 2.5 buckets. We're finally full. See if we can get this little guy to lift this thing. Nope, not even a little bit. Whoa! We had some lift off. That is one big mamma jamma. Yeah, screw it. I'm leaving it there. That's why we own a big payloader. Move big mamma jammas like that. I'm gonna go pick the smaller ones. Dad can come get that later. Jeez, that was a big haul. Oh my Lanta, I hope I remember to disc that shut. I tell you what, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I broke my lock bolt, or whatever you'd want to call it, for my pin here. So now I gotta go home and get a bolt. Broke it on both sides, that side and this side for some reason. There we go. Well, that's about as fun as watching paint dry. But I guess if you're into that, you are. But I'm not into picking rock by hand. It's a lot of work. I don't know how they did it back then. Oh, here's another one. I like my rock pickers. I still don't like my rock pickers because it's picking rock. I think I got this hill pretty good. It's so lumpy, it's hard to tell what's a rock or what's not. That's a full bucket. All that work just to dump it right there. So sad. Just picked another bucket full by hand, but it looks good after I'm done. Sweating. Oh, it is another beautiful morning out. We're supposed to be getting rain here soon, though. That's not going to be fun. Our yard's a little spongy here. Tractor looks a little naked without her loader. She still looks good though. What do we got going on in here? He's full. What he's doing there is he's weighing the weight of the fertilizer so we know how much to put down per acre. We want to be as accurate as we can be because this stuff is not cheap. Put a little fuel in this morning before we start here. For some dumb but also smart reason, you need the key to enter the fuel. This little 244 John Deere, I think it's only a 74 horse. It doesn't burn much fuel. It's got a very little tank. And it's way more comfortable than a skid steer. You do a lot less bouncing around. You got a lot better visibility. And it's just cool. We picked another full scoop of rock by hand. I'm really getting tired of these rock aerobics. Changing gears a little bit, Cameron said he didn't want to run the spreader, he'd rather pick rocks, so I'm like, okay. Yeah, we're running the spreader. Brian Fertilizer. Brian and Dad are getting the corn planter ready and test firing it. It's new, so gotta learn how everything works and what to do and what not to do. And okay, guys, we are gonna head out to the field and unfold this puppy. We are gonna check and make sure that the closing wheels are centered with the trend, because as you know, new planter factory doesn't come with them on, so we need to make sure that they're centered up, and we might try to do a test fire with this bad boy. Maybe. Made it out here to the field. We're gonna get this puppy unfolded. Now with this new planter, it's got a fancy new setting. Just gotta put the tractor into neutral, click on frame control, and we have what's called easy fold. So we click easy fold and we click start. And all I gotta do is hold number 1 lever and it'll do all the steps for me. Hold the lever the wrong way, gotta push it forward. Now it's gonna go through all this step and unfold this planter. Right now it's lowering the wheels, lowering the drawbar hitch. Fancy stuff I'm talking about here, isn't it? Once that gets lowered, it will start the unfold process. I have no idea what I'm doing. Now it'll lock the tongue hitch. Once that's done, now it's going to lower the drawbar the rest of the way. And just like that, unfolding complete. Done. SFRTK. Tractor has the new 7000 globe on it. And the planter back there, the old wrinkly 6000 globe. The 7000 has their new SFRTK. 6000 never did, so that's why it says SF3, but it really is SFRTK. Now we need to calibrate the TCMs. We turn the vehicle around. I'm excited for this. Too many calibrations. Why can't we go back to the old ways? Just put the planter in the ground and go. Them were the easy days. All right, got her unfolded. Some of them are not centered, like this one here. It's off to the right sub, so we need to get that straightened out. We're filling. Brand new planter, first fill ever. Wish we had a seat tender, but this is how we do it. One thing about talc though, it gets everywhere. How does it look? Are you excited?
Not very full, you can fit a lot more in there.
Brand new planter. That people put another tote in there. She ain't brand new anymore. Brings me food.